Mauritania, where the endless sands of the Sahara meet the rolling waves of the Atlantic, is a land defined by striking contrasts and haunting, unforgettable beauty. Here, the golden desert stretches as far as the eye can see, only to be interrupted by the deep blue of the ocean, a meeting of two worlds that shapes the very soul of this country. The landscape is both harsh and mesmerizing, a place where survival is a daily challenge and nature's extremes are ever present. The endless dunes sculpted by relentless winds create a shifting tapestry of sand that has witnessed centuries of human endurance. Remote desert camps with their traditional tents and caravans of camels stand as living testaments to the resilience and deep-rooted traditions of the people who call this place home. Life here is shaped by the rhythm of the desert, where every grain of sand tells a story of adaptation and survival. Mauritania's people are as diverse as its landscape, a vibrant blend of Arab, Berber and Sub-Saharan cultures, each with their own languages, customs and histories. This rich tapestry of identities is woven through daily life, from the way people dress to the stories they share. Generations have passed down traditions that reflect both unity and complexity, creating a society that is at once ancient and ever-evolving. In the bustling markets of Nouakchott, the capital, vibrant colors and lively voices fill the air, while in isolated villages, daily life unfolds at a slower, more deliberate pace. Hospitality is a cherished value, yet hardship is never far away. The contrast between city and desert, between abundance and scarcity, is felt in every corner of Mauritania. Beneath the surface of daily life, traditions like Le Bleu, where young girls are force-fed to meet ideals of beauty and marriageability, continue to shape the lives of women and girls. These customs, deeply rooted in history, are often misunderstood by outsiders, yet they persist, influencing the paths and possibilities of countless individuals. The vast silence of the desert often hides the struggles and quiet strength of its women and girls. Their stories are rarely told, yet they are woven into the very fabric of Mauritanian society, echoing across the dunes and through generations. For many travelers, encountering the practice of Le Bleu is a jarring and eye-opening experience. It challenges assumptions, provokes difficult questions, and exposes the harsh realities that lie beneath the surface of Mauritania's beauty. These moments of cultural collision can be uncomfortable, but they are also opportunities for deeper understanding. Mauritania's deserts are not just physical spaces, they are also powerful symbols of the vast, often overlooked experiences of its people. Each footprint in the sand is a reminder of the journeys, struggles, and hopes that define life here. As we explore the tradition of Le Bleu, we peel back layers of culture, necessity, and personal stories that define this enigmatic land. Mauritania invites us to look beyond the surface, to listen, and to seek understanding in a place where every landscape and every life holds a story waiting to be told. Le Bleu, also known as gavage, is a practice that has left a profound mark on Mauritanian culture for countless generations. It is not just a custom, but a tradition woven into the very fabric of daily life, especially in the country's rural heartlands. Here, the landscape itself seems to echo the weight of history, where ancient beliefs and rituals continue to shape the lives of women and girls. In these communities, a woman's size is more than a personal attribute. It is a symbol of beauty, prosperity, and social standing. The fuller a woman's figure, the more she is admired, and the higher her family status is perceived to be. This ideal is especially powerful in rural areas, where tradition runs deep and change comes slowly. The process of Le Bleu is often overseen by older women, mothers, grandmothers, and aunts, who see it as their duty to prepare young girls for adulthood. For them, it is a rite of passage, a necessary step to ensure a girl's future marriage prospects and her acceptance within the community. The rituals can be strict, sometimes even harsh, but they are carried out with the belief that they are acts of care and protection. The origins of Le Bleu can be traced back to the Berber tribes of the Sahara, where larger women were once considered the epitome of health, fertility, and desirability. In these early societies, a woman's size was thought to reflect her family's wealth and her ability to bear children, making her an ideal wife and mother. Today, Mauritania is a country in transition. In the bustling streets of Nouakchott, the capital, and other urban centers, younger generations are increasingly exposed to global ideas about health, beauty, and women's rights. These new perspectives are challenging the old ways, But in remote villages, the traditional view of Le Bleu still holds strong, creating a stark contrast between city and countryside. For many families, Le Bleu is seen as an act of love, a way to protect daughters from social stigma and ensure their security in a world that can be unforgiving. Mothers may believe they are giving their children the best possible chance at happiness, even if the methods are difficult and the consequences misunderstood. Yet, for the girls who undergo this practice, the experience can be isolating and painful. The pressure to conform to expectations can take a toll on their physical and emotional well-being, leaving scars that are not always visible to the outside world. The struggle between upholding tradition and embracing modern values has made Le Bleu a deeply complex and controversial issue. Generations of women find themselves caught between honoring their heritage and seeking new paths for themselves and their daughters. To truly understand the impact of Le Bleu, we must listen to the voices of those who live through it every day. The women who uphold it, the girls who endure it, and the activists who are working tirelessly to bring about change. Only by hearing their stories can we begin to grasp the full complexity of this deep-rooted custom. The process of Le Bleu is both intense and controversial. In Mauritania, this centuries-old tradition is deeply woven into the fabric of rural life, shaping the destinies of countless young girls. While outsiders may find it shocking, for many families, Le Bleu is seen as a necessary step to ensure their daughters' futures. Girls as young as 5 are sent to fattening camps, where older women, often relatives or respected community members, enforce a strict, often brutal feeding regime. These camps are hidden away from the public eye, and the daily routines are relentless, with little room for rest or play. Their daily intake can include kilos of millet, cups of butter, and enormous portions of bread, all prepared with the intention of rapid weight gain. The meals are heavy and constant, leaving the girls with little appetite or energy, and liters of camel's milk, far beyond what a child's body can handle, are forced down, sometimes causing pain and discomfort. The girls are expected to finish every drop, no matter how full or sick they feel. Refusal to eat is met with painful punishments, like having toes crushed with sticks, or being pinched and shouted at. The threat of violence hangs over every meal, making the experience not just physically demanding, but emotionally scarring as well. The experience is traumatic, isolating girls from their peers and leaving lasting scars. Many girls feel alone, unable to share their pain or seek comfort, as the pressure to conform is overwhelming. Compliance is demanded, driven by fear of disappointing family and losing marriage prospects. The girls are reminded daily that their sacrifice is for the family's honor and their own future security. Despite its brutality, the practice endures, fueled by tradition and economic pressure. In communities where opportunities are scarce, a daughter's marriage can mean survival for the entire family. In rural Mauritania, marrying well is often seen as the only path to security. A heavier bride is believed to attract better suitors, and so the cycle continues generation after generation. Families caught between cultural expectations and hope for a better future continue this harsh rite of passage. For many, the pain and sacrifice are seen as a necessary price to pay for acceptance, stability, and the promise of a better life. Le Bleu's consequences are devastating, both physically and emotionally. Forced obesity leads to heart disease, diabetes, and infertility, sometimes worsened by dangerous growth hormones. Girls lose autonomy and self-esteem, valued for their size rather than their abilities. Early marriage, often to much older men, cuts childhood short and limits education. This cycle of dependency and poverty is hard to break. Yet, some women find resilience, reclaiming their lives and advocating for change. Their courage inspires others to challenge harmful traditions. Mauritanian women's strength shines through even in the face of adversity. Mauritania's poverty and instability are key to understanding Le Bleu's persistence. In rural areas, families see a well-married daughter as economic security, making Le Bleu an investment. Education is often sacrificed, especially for girls, perpetuating poverty and ignorance of Le Bleu's dangers. Political upheaval and the erosion of women's rights have stalled progress. In this vacuum, harmful traditions regain strength. Yet, sparks of hope remain. NGOs and international groups work to educate and empower women. Their efforts aim to replace harmful customs with opportunity and dignity. The challenges are immense, but change is possible. Amid adversity, a movement for change is growing. Women's groups like the Association of Female Heads of Households, led by Aminatu Mintili, are leading the fight against Le Bleu. They provide education, economic empowerment, and raise awareness about the dangers of harmful traditions. International support, including from the UNFPA, has been vital in protecting girls and improving healthcare. These efforts are slowly shifting perceptions and creating new opportunities. The women at the forefront are fighting not just for themselves, but for future generations. Their determination is a beacon of hope for Mauritania's future. Change, though slow, is taking root. Change is driven by individuals who dare to defy tradition. Women like Aicha, who survived Le Bleu and now educates others, show the power of resilience. Fatima, who escaped forced marriage to become an entrepreneur, inspires others to break free. With support from women's organizations, these stories are becoming more common. Education and empowerment are key to breaking the cycle. By sharing their experiences, these women foster solidarity and encourage others to seek change. Their courage is transforming communities, one story at a time. Every step forward is a victory for all. Despite the challenges, hope is rising in Mauritania. Activists and organizations are making progress, and attitudes are slowly shifting. Education is empowering girls to shape their own futures. International partnerships are helping lift communities out of poverty and reduce reliance on harmful traditions. Policy changes, though gradual, are beginning to protect women's rights. The road ahead is long, but the foundation for progress is strong. The courage of Mauritanian women, supported by global allies, is paving the way for a brighter future. Traditions like Le Bleu are slowly being replaced by dignity and opportunity. Mauritania's struggle against Le Bleu echoes the challenges women face worldwide. It highlights the need to balance cultural understanding with universal human rights. The resilience of Mauritanian women is a call for empathy and action everywhere. Supporting women's rights is a global responsibility. By raising awareness and supporting empowerment, we join a worldwide movement for equality. The journey of Mauritania's women is a story of hope that transcends borders. The fight for women's rights is a fight for humanity itself. Change is not only possible, it's imperative.